Maybe. And we're live. Okay.
Yay!
Hello, everybody. How are you doing? How are you feeling in this energy? I'm feeling kind of, my body feels anxious today. I don't think I'm
It's
actually anxious, but I feel like a lot going on in the body right now. I think I'm processing a lot of energy today.
I think it's just it's definitely different energy. I don't think it's bad. I just think it feels, edgier than the
Mhm.
last few like, just
Mhm.
everybody I've talked to is just kind of on the verge of tears
Yeah.
or or just feeling like old stuff is coming up right now, which I know we just had retrograde and there was a lot of stuff that came up, but I do feel like the last few sessions I've had with people, it's all been that kind of like, feeling, so
Well, I think like we subconsciously and energetically, like we feel it. We're on the verge of a massive breakthrough. But what comes with a breakthrough? A lot of change, a lot of shifting. And I think for us individually, I think for us collectively. And so I think that we feel all of that. And it's just like, whew, this is a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've been saying the energy is this, right? You have been weeding all year, protecting your seeds that you planted, and they're on the verge of blossoming. But I think that there's that like self-doubt that's creeping in for a lot of people of like, who are you to do this? Are you sure that you really trust in your manifestation? Like, are you sure that the things you're putting out there, are you sure you're good enough? I think that's like been the theme is like this self-doubt. Now that
Mhm.
we've got weeds cleared out, the things that weren't supposed to be in our life that we got rid of, now it's like those internal things that are coming up of like and I think it's the last bit of clearing. I think it's the last things that we're doing, the last bit of clearing.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's going to be a lot of clearing, right? So, like we can feel all of that. There's a lot of like movement, and we've already been doing a lot of clearing. There's already been a lot of change. And so there's that very human part of ourselves that's like, but I don't want more change. I've already been doing this work and working on myself so much and taking these leaps of faith and all of that stuff. And so we feel that looming as we're getting ready to move into eclipse season, and the changes are coming.
They're coming.
Yeah.
And like I know even me personally, I was just telling Christy, I had a meeting right before this and I was like, I feel pressed on. I feel it was, just a meeting with somebody who kind of like a mentor and just like them like questioning me of like why I'm not maybe valuing myself a little bit more in certain areas and in areas that I feel like I've grown a lot but maybe still have room to grow. And so I think that we're all feeling that collective like almost that squeeze energy of let's take you to the next level and you can't get there in the conditions you're already in and the things you're already doing. Here's some new ideas. Here are some, questions that we're asking to help you change the way you're looking at it. And I think that cracks open opportunity. I think that cracks open abundance on a different level. And I know that's what Christy and I have been, like energetically working on is just getting to that our next level. That's why we're doing these retreats is because we want to be on our next level to ensure that we're taking you to your next level. And we have a retreat coming up.
Like in less than a month. I'm so excited.
It's going to be the best. And I love everybody who's signed up so far. We really like to keep our retreats really intimate and that way you can really get a customized feel for what you need and what that looks like for you. But we have two spaces left.
Yeah. And we would love for exactly the right people to be there. If you want to take advantage, I feel like the end of this year is so transformational. And so this retreat is right in the mix of all of that, just helping people who are really wanting to transform their lives. Maybe you've been feeling stuck for a long time with your relationships, in your work, in your career, in your health, your well-being, in the ways that you're trying to just develop yourself and grow. And we really address all of that. We personalize it to the people who are coming to the retreat, and we help them to get from moving out of the struggle and moving into creating and co-creating a life that they're excited about, the life that they want to be living. And so it's such a transformation that happens over the course of the weekend. And I know that's like a big claim, but we've witnessed it. We did a retreat before this, and we've seen the impact that this work that we do with people can have.
The work that we're doing is not just on like a mental level, it's also on like an energetic level. And when you work at things on an energetic level, like puts you in a position to feel lighter, to feel more confident. And when we talk about confidence, like the benefit of confidence is really learning to trust yourself, trusting yourself to make choices that are big or sometimes scary, trusting yourself to make to deal with the outcomes after. So we're excited to offer this because we really feel like if you're stuck and you feel like I really know there's more for me in my life, this retreat is going to give you the clarity that you need, the next steps that you need. We're going to personally do the energetic clearing for you and with you and teach you how to do it to sustain it. We're going to help you reframe your life and really get that mindset work in. And we're going to teach you how to trust yourself and really, really hear your intuition speak. This is for anybody who feels, and I really do believe that if you feel called to this, you'll know. It's going to be very clear that like I'm feeling called to this. And so we have a couple of opportunities and one that we just discovered. So like I said, we've got 2 spaces left. And one of those is Christy and I were going back through the rooms to make sure we had everybody in the right room that has already signed up. And we realized that there is a quad room, a bunk bed room. So it has 4 beds and it has 2 bunk beds in it that we just
Like a bonus room.
you know
that
that
just magically arrived.
you know the dream where you just keep finding rooms in the house that you lived in forever. Like that was kind of this moment of like, wait, we have 4 extra beds. And because it is a quad room and bunk beds with a shared bathroom, we're going to offer a massive, massive deal on this room. So
Yeah.
if you are interested in, if you've been like, I really feel called to do this, I just don't have the funds right now, we can get you this entire experience, which includes the room for the weekend, which is again the shared room with the shared bathroom, along with the entire programming of the weekend, which is pretty much 2 full days of intensive work with us. And all your meals except for the night one dinner on Friday night covered for $599. So if you've been thinking like I want to do it but I don't have the money, we also have our other rooms available. If you want like a big king suite to yourself, there's that option. Or if you want to grab a friend and get a big king suite, we do have that option. But yeah, we just unlocked a room. So we unlock a discount for you guys. And because we have this discount at $599 for it, we also are offering the attendance only option if you just want to pop in and you don't want to stay in the house for $599 as well. So there's opportunities for any price point to really come and check this out. And we're really excited we found that so that we can offer it to people, because I know that sometimes different seasons bring different financial experiences, and we want to be able to reach everybody on every price point.
Yeah, we want for the people who are meant to be there to be there. And so we want to create the avenues to get you there. And by the way, we didn't mention that the retreat is in Orlando, Florida. So especially if you're interested in just doing the in-person attendance, if you're like in that area, that's a really great option for you because you don't need to stay in the house with us. Or actually, last time when we did this retreat, we had somebody come out from a totally different state, come out and actually arrange for her own place to stay and would just come in and do the programming. So she did the attendance only option. So you have options, because I know some people are much more introverted. You're like, maybe like me, where you need like a little bit more space, and some people need even more space and they want to be able to go back and have their own space. So this is about creating an experience that's just for you. This is not like one size fits all. And so please come to us with questions that you have about the experience or how we can make this work. I really would love to see everybody who's supposed to be there to be there.
And like I said, we just found this quad room with the 4 beds. And again, it's a bunk bed situation with a shared bathroom, $599. We just found that. So it is not on the website. And if you want to get in with that, DM me or Christy or drop a comment below and we'll follow up with you with an actual link. I have not even had a chance to build it. We just found it right before this call. So that's an opportunity if you wanted to come Please come if you feel called to come, please come. But yes, the retreat is built to help you transform. Like when I break down like what does it mean to transform, it really means to get rid of the parts of you that are holding you back, the pieces of your past that have been dragging along with you, and to find your inner power so that you can create a life that you really love. That is our goal, is to get you in a position where you're like, wow, I can't believe how different I feel after 48 hours. That's why we're calling it the 48-hour vibe upgrade. And we have so many like cute little fun touches in store that you guys are going to be obsessed with. Like, I can't wait to get there because I am ecstatic about all the like fun things we have planned for this experience.
It's going to be so good and so connecting. That was the other piece, like from our last retreat, that was just so incredible to me, were the connections that we made with everyone, but that everybody else made with each other too. And I know so many people out there are looking for their tribe. They're looking to connect with people who are focused on growth and development, because you really want to be surrounding yourself with people who are focused on growth and development. If you are focused on growth and development, if you're wanting to have spiritual conversations, if you're wanting to focus on the magic that exists in the world and manifestation and all that fun, magical stuff, some of you guys know, like, that's hard to do that with everybody. And so you want to find your magical people. And I feel like this is like where people connect with their magical people. It is going to also give you the tools to feel more magical in your life. Like, we don't just focus on like the development and growth. We focus on how do you create? How do you connect with the magic in the world and connect on a more spiritual basis? Because like when you're more spiritually connected and you're paying attention to the magic that's happening around you, the entire world feels so much more magical, and life feels so much more magical and filled with more ease and peace and happiness and all of the good things that we want in this life. So that's just, I love that we bring that for people. And I think that that's really different from most retreat experiences that people have.
And don't forget that Christy and I have a combined 40 plus years working with people. We have masters in mental health counseling. We are intuitives. Christy is a clinical hypnotherapist. Like, we have all the tools to help you. And I think the thing is we don't take enough time. People do not take enough time. Could you imagine if instead of stopping into therapy once every other week for the next 4 years, that you just went and had this immersive experience? Had this, okay, I'm going to just address this. I'm just going to give myself permission to think about these things. I know as a busy mom, like, I don't have time to sit down and think about all the things that I would like to improve about myself, or the things that are blocking me. Like, I obviously work to create time, but it's challenging. So this is time. We actually have a lady coming who just found out she's expecting, and she's like, I want to be a better version of me so that by the time my child gets here, that I'm a confident, strong person for her. I want to model that. And I think that when you're asking about your why, like, that for me is a game changer. Is, why do I want to do this? And I think that having an immersive experience where you are spending 2 to 3 full days with people who are growing, asking you those questions, teaching you going through hypnosis and energy work with you, and helping you feel more powerful, like, there is something magical and special that happens there, and I don't want anybody to not have an opportunity to do that.
I always see what we bring into these things as kind of like, I call them shortcuts, but they're like good shortcuts. They're this way that you can create rapid transformation in your life. And this is how we create transformation over the course of a weekend, right? This is how we change your life over the course of a weekend. We're working on rapidly transforming your thoughts with hypnosis. We're working on rapidly changing every area of your life, because when you address things energetically, you rapidly address things energetically in your life. Anybody who's done energy sessions with Nichole or I, or has had that experience before, you know what that means, and you know what that does for you without you even having to do any of the work. It's a shortcut for sure. And then understanding how energy works in terms of manifestation, in terms of creating the things in your life that you want, because you can magically create the things that you want in your life. Again, that's a shortcut. And so we're going to teach all of those things to you so that you leave there a transformed person.
When is the eclipse?
The eclipse is September 17th. So we have the first eclipse. So that's when the eclipse portal opens. So whenever we have eclipses, we have one eclipse, and then a couple of weeks later we'll have the other eclipse. So we'll have the lunar eclipse followed by the solar eclipse.
So when does it close?
It closes out right before the retreat.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are going to be kind of riding that wave because we will still be in that energy. We're going to be riding that transformational energy, which is like a huge part of why I think that it's such good timing for that, right? You're going to go through, the universe is going to be coaching you through this eclipse season, inviting you to change, inviting you to do all of this work. And then we are going to like jump on top of that and build upon that momentum that you've already created yourself.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about planting seeds, this is like the time of transformation. And I've been saying on the other side of this retrograde, I've felt so much abundance. And I
Mhm.
just feel like there's abundance coming in. And I'm not just talking about money. I mean, sure, money, but like abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance of fulfillment. And like for me, that stuff is just as important as like finances. As if I don't care how much I make if I'm not happy. So our goal is to help you make the transformations that you feel called to make. And again, we really customize that. So there's the opportunity for the one room that we have left, and then there's another option for the quad room for $599. So if you guys have questions or if you are interested in that, please drop a comment or DM us. We want to get you like set up. Like I said, the quad room is not on the website, but it's an opportunity that we just discovered. So I think that's really fun and exciting. And, I think that's what part of this like eclipse is it's discovering, it's uncovering, it's discovering, we've already cleared a lot away and now we're just getting clear, like we're building our confidence in ourselves to do things in a new way, to build confidence in ourselves, to trust ourselves, to make the next level. Like we can't get to the next level with doubts in ourselves. We can't get to the next level thinking small or feeling small. So this is about shoring you up to help you reach your next level.
And I think like, as we're talking about leading up to the eclipse, to me, this energy feels like it's giving us that drive, that motivation, whether that's coming in through discomfort and uncomfortable truths and things like that. Cause I think that there's a lot of that here in this energy. But everything that's happening is giving us this drive and this motivation to move out of the energy of, if something can happen for us, and to step into how can I make this happen? How can this happen in my life? And so I think that we're really stepping into the driver's seat here in this energy. And that's the preparation. How can I step into the driver's seat? How can I start to be more focused again on the goals and my priorities and the things that really matter to me, and not let myself get too distracted by the stuff that doesn't, because there's a lot of distractions right now that will pull you out of alignment very, very quickly and pull you out of focus and prevent you from really making the kind of progress and creating the kind of momentum that we need to be creating this energy. So I think that that's such an important thing to think about, is how can I step into that driver's seat? And I think we also want to be really mindful. There's a lot of opportunities, maybe that's not the right word, but like opportunities here to shift into like a victim mindset where we're like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this showing up, and all of that? And we can pay attention to that and we can honor that. But if we can look at that and we can say, this is giving me what I need to create whatever changes I need to be making to prepare me for the changes that are coming in with the eclipse, right? Like this is like step into the driver's seat and buckle up. Because this eclipse is going to take us for a ride.
And I keep thinking, I made a post on Instagram yesterday and I was talking about like, no matter what you think about the future, you're making it up.
Mhm.
You are making it up, whether you're worried about the future or whether you're excited about the future. And one of those versions, the fear version, sucks the life out of you and sucks the energy out of you and helps your brain look for the negative pathways. to that experience. So we don't want that. And what if we use our powers for good? And what if we were able to have and hold a positive expectation of ourselves and of our future? And I think that's what this eclipse energy is calling us to do, is to take, the future and look at, what do I actually want out of this? How
Mhm.
do I want to feel coming into this? And I think of it as like, I know we're still closing out this year, but I think of it, how do we want to get through the holidays? But also, how do we want to emerge on the other side of the holidays? And I know for me, I want to be confident as shit. I
Mhm.
want to be really like locked and loaded in the things that I've been working on this whole year. I've been working on the same damn things the whole year, and I've got this momentum rolling in a lot of different directions. And so I think that this is the culmination of like, are you going to get lost? Are you going to give up? Are you going to go back to where you were, or are you going to step into something new? And I think that our retreat helps you step into something new. But I think the eclipse is going to force it either way. And your job is to hold that positive expectation of yourself and what you get to have, or you're going to go into a fear mode and you're going to go back into the small area, and then you're going to worry about never having it.
Yeah,
And it's a
absolutely. I
choice.
think like as much as like we want to have this like main character energy, right? Instead, might we shift into director energy for our life, right? Us, of course, we're co-directing with God, the universe, whatever you want to call that, right? But to step into that director role, and I think that's the energy that we want to be approaching all of it with, is coming up with a plan, coming up with the goals, taking the steps that we need to take, focusing on the things that we want to create and holding the vision, holding the images of that, and staying in that energy as much as we possibly can. I have caught my thoughts trying to slip into like negative and fear and worry so much lately. And I've felt like even more so than ever before, I have to be almost like hyper vigilant about that, paying super duper attention to every word that's coming out of my mouth and every thought that I'm entertaining in my mind. And I think that this is that preparation for what we're moving into so that I can be in that place of creating the things that I want and using this eclipse energy to build upon that.
Yeah, I think we're coming out on the other side, and
Mhm.
the retreat is just an opportunity to like fast track your progress. Like that's really what it is if you need a little help getting clear, getting on track, finding your alignment, like that's what we're doing in the retreat, is we're taking that feeling of I need more to I know how to create more. I've got the energy, I've got the mindset, I've got the clarity, I've let go of the past and the things that are holding me back. And now I know what to do in my life to have more for myself, to create more money, to create more love, to create more abundance, to create more joy, to feel more fulfilled, to take choices and chances on things that I was scared to previously. So I know I'm personally excited for this eclipse season. I know that like certain signs too, I think it's like Cancers, Capricorns, Libras, and maybe Aries are kind of going through this. I've seen a lot of astrologers call it like a villain era in September and October leading into November, because we're in this like specialized energy that is really stripping everything away that doesn't belong for the last 16 years. So I know like even certain signs are having it a little bit more intensely or a little bit more in their face right now. So if that's you, let us hold your hand. Let us do the heavy lifting. Let us help you feel more powerful in your life to create what you actually want.
We would love to see you there. Just reach out. Let us know. Let us know where you're at with that. And let us know. I don't see any questions coming in. Did you guys have questions about the retreat, but really about anything?
Well, drop them below and make sure to tag us if you're watching this on the replay. And like I said, if you want the quad room, if you're interested in that, reach out to us, DM us, email us, send me a message, comment, whatever you got to do. And we'll make sure we get you hooked up with that, because I've not built that link yet. But we're excited. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. And thanks for hanging with us.
Yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Bye.